The anime begins with Ajie waking up from a dream under a tree. He spots a cat named Meowwu and wonders how she will get down from the tree by herself. After buying ingredients to make a meal, Ajie prepares to cook a grand meal until a woman with pink hair appears from a mysterious portal. Impressed by the woman, the plate slips from his hands, but the woman transforms into a small child and quickly grabs it, then devours all the food, saying that she hasn't eaten something so good in centuries. The little child introduces herself as Dora because her full name is extremely long and difficult to pronounce. Irritated with the young girl, Ajie kicks her out of his house, but the girl easily manages to enter his house several times even after being kicked out. Before we continue with the video, don't forget to hit that like button, share the video with your friends, and subscribe to the channel to help us keep bringing more summaries like this one. Now, let's get to the video. Dora introduces herself as an invoked spirit who needs to feed to regain her strength, and so she eats all the food in the kitchen, causing Ajie to try to kick her out of his house again. After much insistence, Ajie asks what she wants. Dora begins to say that she is a very ancient invoked spirit, and her true form requires a lot of energy, so she stays in her child form to save energy. Spirits like her need to feed, and Ajie was the one who invoked her through his meal, so he would have to feed her even more so that Dora can regain all her strength. Being a goddess, Dora has the ability to grant any wish to Ajie, as long as he also fulfills her wishes of eating delicious meals. After going to school and being tormented by the goddess Dora, Ajie has a great idea to feed the little girl so she can go back to sleep. Saddened, Dora says that an invoked spirit without a contract with the master is destined to wander the world alone as a ghost until they disappear permanently. Granting her final request, Ajie walks through the city with Dora as she shows him the way she sees the world. She explains that those who have the ability to summon spirits are called summoners. They have powers beyond imagination, capable of even destroying or saving the world. Knowing this reality, Ajie decides to make a contract with Dora, allowing her to stay in the world of the living and he to use the powers of a summoner. While resting, a plant monster swallows Dora and runs away with her in its belly, causing Ajie to have to run through the city to rescue his companion. While searching for the creature, Ajie feels someone watching him from a nearby tree, but when he looks, mysteriously, that person disappears. After provoking Dora's anger through their mental connection, Dora transforms back into her original form and begins to attack the plant monster, managing to free herself from the creature alone. The creature then runs towards its master, the same girl who was watching Ajie from the tree. The mysterious girl stares at Ajie and calmly retreats. Dora tries to attack her, but the girl disappears magically. Back at school, while napping, the girl appears in front of Ajie again and gets his attention. Without saying a word, she wakes Ajie up and gives him a letter with a black rose, then leaves the room. The letter said that she was waiting for him in the forest after class, and so he did. After walking a bit through the forest, he finds her in a bed of black roses. She quickly picks a rose and throws it towards Ajie, thus starting a confrontation between them. Using her plant spirit, the mysterious girl creates a whip and attacks Ajie. While her master is being attacked, Dora tries to find a way to help him, but without much success in finding a way to help him with the belongings Ajie had in his bag. In a moment of desperation, Dora uses her powers along with Ajie, creating tools, wings, and other means for him to face the powerful tree-like creature. After proving their powers, they pass the test. Before they can hear any explanation from the woman, Ajie invites her to eat something at his house. The girl introduces herself as Hana. Her spirit explains that they were testing them to see if they were good or bad, as there are summoners who use their powers only for their own benefit. Hana says she understands Ajie, but her spirit Dora is still a mystery to her, so she will be watching them all the time. Giving a black rose to Ajie, Hana says goodbye. After a big event involving zoo animals attacking people, Ajie manages to find the culprit, a woman with feline traits who has the ability to communicate with animals. Hana, who was watching, decides to act, trapping the animals and attacking the feline girl, who has incredible abilities from various animals. Not knowing how to act, Ajie and Dora just watch the confrontation. Realizing that both opponents were tired and getting hurt because of this conflict, Ajie and Dora use spiritual chains to trap both opponents, preventing the fight from continuing. Ajie realizes that the girl was a spirit of the cat Meowwu. While Ajie uses bandages to heal Meowwu's wounds, she begins to remember when they met. Even though it was just a cat, Hana's spirit companion still wishes to take her life. So Ajie decides to adopt Meowwu and keep her under his protection, assuming responsibility. Being injured and weakened from the battle, Hana retreats while telling Ajie that he has made friends and enemies with the wrong person. Back at home, Aji asks Miawu if animals can also have spirits, and she confirms that they can. They then completely change the subject, asking if she is in this city because of her missing brother, and she confirms once again. As they were talking, a crow was at the window watching them, later revealing itself to be one of Miawu's brother's summons, who mysteriously listened in. The next day, Ajie is taken by helicopter by mysterious men to Hana's house for dinner. Upon arrival, they see various spirits working in various roles in Hana's mansion. Aji is taken to an elderly man named Harlan, and it is explained to us that he is the leader of the Black Rose family, a renowned businessman and Hana's grandfather. Harlan says he has been interested in Aji for some time and begins to explain a legend that says the source of all spirits is a single crystal. Because of this crystal, two groups were created. The first group maintains the balance of the world and allows nature to follow its own natural course, and the second group clings to power and covets, becoming even more powerful. Next, Harlan asks which group Aji's morals fit into. Aji responds with teachings his parents gave him about life, but Harlan says it was a lie because he knows Aji's story and knows that his parents abandoned him when he was just 5 years old. Since then, he has lived in foster homes. Harlan begins to describe Aji's entire life, everything he has done since his birth, detailing his life completely, and even Dora's life and how she forgot about her past. He even knew about Miawu's past, revealing that her lost brother became a notorious criminal wanted worldwide, being a terrible assassin of the destroyers. Finally, he invites them to stay in the mansion, saying they still have many things to talk about related to the past, present, and future. While they were eating, a strange portal appears, and a mysterious character emerges from it, falling towards the mansion as if it were a meteor. Harlan manages to prevent the impact, but he cannot defeat this enemy quickly. Although Harlan was strong, the place they were in was not safe. Hana was ordered to protect Aji and flee from that place. While fleeing, a new enemy emerges, initiating a confrontation between them. Even Miawu's brother appears on the scene, taking the lives of all the spirits. Miawu tries to talk to him, but he attacks her, causing her to faint in a single blow. Enraged, Ajie tries to attack Miawu's brother, but another enemy emerges in the fight, using his powers to manipulate Ajie's mind, causing him to have disturbing visions. Hana is quickly defeated by a new enemy that emerges from the shadows, being stabbed in the neck. Harlan quickly heals her wounds, but is attacked again by the first enemy that appeared. Taking advantage of this opportunity, all enemies join forces to attack Harlan, who is now at a complete disadvantage. Even after being shot in the head, he does not give up, using all his power to attack his enemies. Unexpectedly, a new enemy emerges. Through his spirit, he manages to absorb Harlan's great power and take his life. Although Ajie, Hana, Dora, and Miawu were still alive, the leader of the destroyers decided to spare their lives, as they were no longer useful. After this defeat, Hana was completely debilitated, being healed by her spirit companion. Meanwhile, Aji discovers that there was someone filming the battle, so he decides to find this person, because if they have a spirit, it is likely that this person can offer important information about these new enemies. Using the information obtained through the internet, Ajie manages to find the person responsible for the filming. Aware of who Ajie was, this person decides to cooperate, introducing himself as Stan. Stan has the ability to access all technology through his cell phone, obtaining information about whatever he desires, even about the powerful enemies that attacked Aji the night before. While they were talking, an enemy appears trying to take Stan's life, so the group decides to run. During the escape, the enemies reveal themselves, being enemy spirits. Using his cell phone, Stan manages to call a car, and the group manages to temporarily escape from the pursuers. During the escape, Dora and Miawu combine their powers to destroy some of the spirits. After an intense chase, Stan demonstrates his power, creating a large robot and controlling it with the joystick that was previously his cell phone. With the pursuers defeated, Aji invites Stan to join his group, and thus, they begin their plans to gather more information about the enemies known as destroyers. In search of clues, they return to the mansion. Stan uses his technology to obtain information about the confrontation and analyze how the enemy attack happened. Through this analysis, Stan found traces of 7 enemies with some known code names. Each one had a spirit power, being Earth, Weapons, Animal Summoner, Shadows, as well as a Dimensional Summoner and an Illusionist. Finally, they find traces of the Chief of the Destroyers. Stan explains that he has the ability to absorb spirits, as well as to suck the souls of people. So, their code names are revealed, being Flames, Crow, Brutal, Heart, Dream, Shadow, and Spirit. space, and the objective of the attack was hidden underground in the mansion. With his cell phone, Stan manages to show what was previously hidden under the mansion, a museum with various sealed spirits stored in spheres. Through a stone fragment left by Brutal, they manage to discover his old location. Knowing the location, they decide to investigate the place to find these powerful enemies. Unable to remember his past, Stan decides to help Dora uncover the reason. Through his cell phone, he discovers that her heart has been sealed, and to break this seal, they need to find the responsible party. Upon arriving at the location, they find a village and a house surrounded by various flowers. Inside this house, there is a man who was cultivating these flowers, so they decided to keep watch. After his location is revealed, Aji begins to talk to the man while Stan downloads information about him until a strong gust of wind arrives and alters this man's personality, revealing himself as Brutal. An intense fight breaks out between them. Their enemy proves extremely resistant to Miaowu's attacks and the weapons created by Dora. Using his connection with the goddess, Aji manages to acquire the ability to create weapons capable of destroying his opponent's tough skin. Brutal is defeated, returning to his human form. But before they take his life, Brutal asks them not to do it, not now. He claims to be Moduo, a child born with a curse, possessed by an evil spirit. A parasitic spirit infiltrated him, eating his flesh and brain to obtain nutrients. Little by little, the parasite was devouring him until it gained complete control of his body. After telling his sad story, he talks about the chain on his chest, saying that it is not his core. Before he could fully explain, his body begins to change. It is revealed to us that these chains are the power of the leader of the Destroyers, known by the codename Heart. These chains would temporarily seal the parasite that existed in Moduo's body, but with the breaking of the seal, the parasite took complete possession of the body, taking Moduo's life. Again, with the union of their connection, Ajay uses the powers of the goddess Dora to create powerful tools to face the powerful earth parasite, but this time, without success, causing him to faint. While unconscious, Ajay finds himself in front of the power crystal, with several chains sealing it. After breaking the chains, Dora's heart is freed, causing her to assume a demonic form and be able to create extremely powerful tools that easily defeat the parasite. While trying to recover, the destroyers appear and attack them. Aji and his companions are massacred. Between time and space, a mysterious figure appears to Aji and tells him that he died in a timeline. The mysterious figure removes the hood and says that he will grant 3 minutes to Aji to fix this situation. When all this comes to an end, the mysterious figure says that he will wait for him in the Devil's Furnace. Aji recognizes him as his father. Back in the present, he goes back 3 minutes before everyone's death, warning them about the great confrontation that would happen in the next few minutes. Their plan worked, but they were still being pursued by the destroyers. They decide to go to the Devil's Furnace to find Hana. Stan says that this place is sacred for all summoners since ancient times. Only those who can complete the challenges can graduate from an apprentice to a real summoner. During their journey, they are attacked by Shadow and Flames. Because of the confrontation, they end up falling on an island, encountering all the destroyers. The administrator named Bonnie appears and finds Aji's group for the pollution their ship caused, then intimidating Flames, saying they are in the Devil's Furnace. Bonnie says that killing outside the arena is forbidden. She intimidates the destroyers and makes them retreat, especially the leader who has graduated, thus saving Aji's group's lives. During their walk, they encounter Richard, who manipulates them during his presentation of the place and takes them to the Devil's Furnace tournament, where there were several participants ready to participate, and so they began to participate. Aji and Dora were presented with challenges even in their dormitories, this being the first challenge, to get out alive. Several obstacles arose in their path and even enemies. Upon completion, they managed to obtain a large amount of money, leaving them extremely excited, but in Stan's chest there was a bomb, which was activated and caused all participants to fall into a hole. Bonnie appears and introduces herself as the boss of the second floor. She proposes a 20-lap race in which only the first 15 participants would be able to pass. The race begins, with several alliances and enmities happening, all competitors using their powers to gain an advantage in the race, no matter the way. With the conclusion of the competition, Miaowu came in first place, Aji and Dora in second, Mangaka Hiro in third, Stan in fourth, and so on, managing to pass the second test. After the end of the second test, the third one began, a culinary competition among the 15 winners. With everyone well fed, the fourth test was a test made for them to relax. At the end of the episode, we see that this competition is only to collect energy from the competitors to offer to the goddess Pandora, who is asleep and chained in the underground of the building, thus ending the first season of The Last Summoner. That was today's content. We hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to share the video, leave your like, and stay tuned for the next video. Take care.